So this is Daphne the dog, and I failed to tame her. And that's Sally over there. So we let them go and see how you get on with the geese and have your ultimate freedom, okay? Off you go. Off you go.
The new year started off with great excitement for Daphne and Sally, our ducks. I had kept them in a small run, hoping they would get a bit less shy over time, which just didn't happen. So I decided to embrace their timid, anxious personalities and let them join our other poultry on the lawn and in the orchard. It took no time at all, and they settled into life in the big wide world, although keeping a safe distance from this strange human creature who longs for duck hugs but also brings tasty food for them. One of the first jobs of the year was to cut back the baby ash trees which germinated on our roof. Not that we don't like trees, but we think the green roof is probably better off without trees.
Mighty fat little things, aren't they?
Beautiful moss everywhere. And ivy.
There's all sorts of lovely mosses and other plants up there too. Always nice to have a look around our land whilst up there.
Annie's wondering where we are, I think.
Lots more bigger trees to cut along our driveway. The horses are a great help to get the timber pulled into our little woodshed field, where it will be processed into firewood and wood chips. The chunkier trunks are for Tim. He wants to saw planks out of them. So we use our home-built contraption, the slarch, which transports the tree trunks elevated above the stony ground, so no grit gets stuck in the bark. This slarch is really handy, even for going down slopes and pulling larger trees, which would be too heavy for our horses on the ground. There are loads more trees to come down, so we will be at this for a while. Tim made us a cant hook out of some scaffolding pipe and a shovel handle, and it works really well.
Tim, work as a team.
You're doing a great job.
What? I wanted to roll back where it came from. Now what? Have to stay here.
Just wedging it.
Go.
Mighty woman.
Well, mighty toolmaker.
Other days, Flora gets to exercise her muscles in the soft arena, under the careful eye of our visiting horse, Faith. Faith is a Suffolk Punch, which is an old and now endangered breed of draft horse. She is here to learn to pull things. A video on how we got on with this to follow soon. In the meantime, everyone wants to be her best friend. She stays out with Daisy as her companion because our horse paddock and stable is simply not big enough for this massive 18-hand horse. Daisy takes this gentle giant under her wing straight away, and I don't know how to break it to Daisy that Faith will be leaving us soon. Faith and Daisy are staying in the corner of the field where we plan to build our new barn for my Hairy Henry therapy farm. Thank you to all of you who responded so generously and kindly to our latest video about this project. With the clear nights come the frosty mornings. It is amazing what I can find out there on an icy morning walk. I had a quick tour around to pick some bits and pieces for a children's art project. And look at that! Plump ivy berries, fresh gorse flowers, beautiful lichen, alder seeds, all sorts of grasses and some rose hips too. After a few icy cold nights, the pond freezes over. Turnip can't quite work out what happened to his giant drinking bowl.
Look. Turnip. It's all weird. Come on.
Around midday, it starts to thaw a bit, and the geese manage to have a sort of ice skating bath on the pond. One frosty morning, it even started to snow.
Trudy, you have snowflakes on you, look. Oh.
That's very unusual for our area and always makes me a bit excited because the snow might just stay on the ground thick enough for some skiing and a proper snowball fight. Not this time, I think. The snow turned more into slush.
It's quite icy, isn't it, this morning? Very icy.
It all melted again pretty fast, but we had a few more glorious icy mornings with sparkly ice crystals covering everything. On these cold mornings, it is always easy enough to see where the sheep spent their night. Cloudy, our doe, had more baby rabbits again. She produces such beautiful litters. They just couldn't come any cuter. Our vegetable man on the market always has leftover greens at the end of the day, which he lets us have for free. So the rabbits and guinea pigs often feast on all sorts of things. Did you know that rabbits love tomatoes, strawberries, cranberries? Thanks, Mossy, for all these treats. Sadly, our dear old ram Frascati died earlier this month. I'm not sure how old he was, but we had him for many, many years, and he gave us many lovely baby lambs.
All right, Tilda. Look, your neighbours are delighted, I think, that you're back. Yeah, I hope it helps you to feel better soon, Harriet.
And then just a week later, when it got so cold, Harriet came down with severe calcium deficiency, which can be fatal in sheep when not treated immediately. So I brought her and Tilda inside, where I could keep a close eye on her and treat her regularly with extra doses of calcium. The donkeys tried their best to cheer her up, but she just wasn't in the mood. But when you know what is wrong with your sheep and can treat it there and then, they often recover very quickly. Happy Harriet. Everyone enjoyed the sunny mornings we had recently, and isn't it handy that our barn wall has so many holes in it so that the donkeys can get their share of sunshine too?